PSquad and ISIS. This is a replay, as the game was played earlier this morning at 8 o'clock, and so we'll just be running through the replay at normal speed.
Dyer's ban.
Now, there is going to be definitely a second game, and I will cast it. Unfortunately, that may reveal the outcome already, but can't have watched it live because it was ridiculously early in the morning.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Radiant's ban.
Stock standard Lena ban coming out from
Dyer's ban.
Boys and ISIS. Lena basically one of the stronger heroes in the meta right now. Extremely long range. Can generally out harass and is a very, very good nuker. It has really always stayed quite popular in the meta with the recent injuries she's sort of picked up. Magda's ban.
Radiant's ban.
Really strong hero as well. Basically just turns the tide and can
Dyer's
quite
pick.
easily win a team fight and help us carry it fun. Juggernaut and Monkey King coming out. Monkey King basically one of the most annoying heroes currently in the meta. He's sort of similar to when Earth Spirit or any of the other new heroes come into the meta.
10 seconds to go.
Warlock. When he comes in, he just basically
Radiant's pick.
Heroes that can easily come out of
Earth Spirit.
and face ridiculously powerful. Juggernaut stocks down.
Radiant's
not
pick.
really wanting any mid game heroes to just basically wreck their parade. Warlock pick coming out. Warlock's really strong. Fatal Bog. Not to mention he's got an extremely powerful ultimate.
Dyer's pick.
Earth Spirit Lich, super strong dual combo support coming out here. Lich basically dominates a lane because he can just sacrifice the creep, and Earth Spirit's just got that initiation range level 1. Not to mention, he's one of the most varied heroes in the game. Can actually sort of almost
10 seconds to go.
Of an invoker version, if you will. The ability of his skills.
5 seconds.
Stun, silence, pull, and push enemies around.
Radiant's ban.
Quite manipulative, if you will. It's like a semi-pudge.
And
the
we're
Ogre
back.
Magi just coming in because why not? This is his swamp. Get out of it. Ogre Magi, really strong support. I've got a Centaur ban coming up now. I guess just not really wanting any strong offlaners. No real indication as to exactly the route that they're going to be playing this game.
10 seconds to go.
Just some decent supports for both lanes. Warlock definitely leaning towards more the team
5
fight.
seconds.
However, Ogre Magi boosts the carry, and so does Lich. Shadow Fiend ban
Radiant's
coming out.
ban.
Nice. Shadow Fiend's an extremely strong mid, and with the Ogre Magi, you could probably. With the Lich, you could probably quite easily deal with the lane equilibrium. With the Earth Spirit sitting in the
Dyer's
background,
ban.
Shadow Fiend could easily win and just overtake the end. Likewise, coming out of the Alchemist. Now, the Alchemist ban, I'm not sure about that. However, the Warlock definitely could benefit from the Scepter, so could the Ogre Magi. However, I don't think that they've
10
shown
seconds to go.
an extremely sort of support-based duo that could
5
support the
seconds.
Alchemist in the mid. Now, if the Alchemist was running as a 3-position or an offlaner or something, yes, they could be extremely powerful with the Warlock and Ogre Magi.
Reserve time.
But I'm not sure about the Alchemist ban here. I guess they just don't like facing the hero. Just waiting on the second, fourth ban here. Kind of just taking their time. I guess they're just discussing something that they possibly were thinking of actually picking the Alchemist. That could have been a really, really, really good ban from the pussies out there. Got banning the Abaddon out there.
Radiant's pick.
Abaddon's just a really strong support in lane. Got a little bit of a nuke damage, but his main purpose is if you put a Lich, Abaddon, and Earth Spirit in a lane, which would be a very strong combo, you'd basically be saying, oh yeah, we can basically have a roaming support and one support that just sits in lane, and then another support that runs around going, oh hey, let's
Dyer's pick.
get some serious kills going on here. Got a massive slow and everything. Luna, very strong hero, good strong push. Fairly weak in terms of hit points. However, she makes up for that in damage and killing power. Essentially, if you go on the Luna solo, generally most of the time you will die.
10 seconds to
However,
go.
she can basically get focused down by a couple of heroes.
5
And so I wouldn't be
seconds.
surprised to see a nice, strong ganker hero coming up now.
Spirit Breaker.
And there it is, the Spirit Breaker. Straight off the bat.
Pick.
He's going with a strong initiator who has a lot of hit points and can probably take out the Luna with support from like a Warlock or, say, an Ogre Magi. Luna will need to get a lot of farm to actually win this game. However, if she does, she'll be an unstoppable force. Oh, a Tidehunter pick. Wow. Okay, so there's Raw Flaner. Luna's a safe laner. Probably going to roll a try. Lich and Luna definitely a good combo to run there. Two ranged heroes. Lich has a damage boost from Luna's aura. Not to mention, Luna will basically be free baller in the lane with Lich, just getting extra experience and sacrificing creeps. Tidehunter, super strong off lane, basically can just be left alone to his own devices. Doesn't really need any help. So it's going to allow the... as I say that, they pick a fucking Ursa. Wow. Ursa probably one of the few heroes that could actually kill a Tidehunter in lane. Luna and Lich is going to be an extremely strong combo. Ursa, Ogre Magi, and Warlock would be insane, because Warlock's Fatal Bonds will trigger and basically cause a lot of damage, not to mention Ogre Magi can boost the speed of Ursa. So it looks like we've got some really powerful killing lanes coming here, but we've also got some really defensive lanes as well. Spirit Breaker, if he's in the off lane, I sort of give the off lane straight to the Radiant team, as the Tidehunter generally will have a stronger presence in lane and will surely be able to handle himself better than the Spirit Breaker. If the Spirit Breaker is... well, basically isn't careful and does, waste his charge or wastes anything, he essentially will die, and even then, if he charges out of there, he can get stunned by the Luna, and the Lich and Earth Spirit can easily pick him off. OD ban coming up. OD just broken ass hero. If the hero itself actually if OD just gets left alone, he basically just destroys everyone. BKB an instant counter to him, but BKB heroes aren't really available right now unless you want to pick an Axe against this lineup, which you really wouldn't want to because of an Ursa. So banning out the OD, just sort of one of those safety bans in the sense that they don't want to face an OD just coming in and destroying them. OD also pretty good against Ursa because of the ability to just sort of throw him in a prison and just go, you got nothing, bud, what do you got? Ember Spirit ban coming out from the Radiant team. I guess they're just really not wanting to face one of those heroes that's really, really hard to nail down because they don't actually have any lockdown. So if they picked up some seriously good lockdown, like a Legion Commander or a Clockwork or something like that, or maybe a Silencer or something on that, or even a what's that guy called? Scarith Mage. And even a Scarith Mage would be amazing. Just to help lock down some other heroes. However, just because they're banning the Ember Spirit, it kind of leans towards the whole, we're not looking to go for lockdown here, we're just looking to go for like this, we'll farm, death ball, and then you just can't do anything. We've also got an extremely strong team fight amongst us, and also got lots of other prisons. Now, Earth Spirit is a good silence, however, the Earth Spirit has to run in for the silence, so he doesn't have that sort of instant, yeah, you can't do anything, you better hope that I don't have anybody behind me.
10 seconds to go.
Sort of feeling. So you can see the Earth Spirit rolling in to come in for the silence, and if you're quick enough, you can generally just get out of it. Now we've got an Invoker coming out. Right, Invoker mid is basically Superman right now. There's not really much other than the Earth Spirit silence that can stop him. If the Earth Spirit, if the Radiant pick a mid to contest against the Invoker, then the Invoker generally will probably win this time, depending on the support rotations. Okay, except for the Templar Assassin, who has higher base damage. Now, Templar Assassin Luna is an extremely strong combo in terms of it. Once they get a few items, Templar Assassin and Luna can dish out a massive amount of damage. Tidehunter is there to tank for the ultimate. Lich is also there for his ultimate, and so is Earth Spirit for his ultimate, and also lots of other stuns and silences. So the team fight on the Radiant side, I'm sort of kind of giving this to the Radiant side. Team fight definitely takes the kick there. However, the Dire side is massive pick-off and has generally a better farming ability. So if the farming of Ursa, Invoker, and Warlock goes pretty well, those are really the only ones I need. Maybe a bit of farm on Spirit Breaker here, but if a Warlock gets like just even a decent bit of farm, essentially what's going to happen is that the pick-off potential of the Dire is basically going to come and pick off a Luna or something like that, and then they've got no damage for basically from the Luna, and then the Lich ult and a few other ults are there. But if they fight while the ults are down, basically there's an easy chance that ISIS will win this. However, if so, ISIS generally come out of this on top if they get all their items in the right timings and things like that. And then if PSquad basically just sort of delays the game for a long enough period that they also get their items, then they win. It's also going to be a lot down to team play. There's not really, I would say, a massive draft advantage here because we've got large amounts of pick off on the ISIS team. So they've kind of gone for two different ones. However, there is strong enough team fight just in the Warlock ultimate and the Invoker itself. Not to mention hero buffs such as the Ogre Magi and the Lich, and just sort of general annoyance and pain in the ass for the Spirit Breaker and the Earth Spirit. So we've actually got quite a balanced kind of lookout here, I would say. Oh, I should probably turn on that. Sorry about this guy. No, game wasn't live, doesn't matter. Right. So ISIS basically just hitting the shrine because they can. Look, we just pop into room positions. And it looks like it is going to be a Spirit Breaker off lane, possibly with the Ogre Magi, just because two really tank heroes that can basically smack you around. Why not? And it looks like we've got an Ursa and a Warlock in safe lane. Now Warlock's got a nice little heal, which will be able to keep Ursa in there just that little bit extra longer. And Ursa's just going pure regen, not even bothering with anything else. Just saying, you know what, probably get the Ruin, probably get Stout Shield quite easily, and then just come at me. There's nothing you can do. I'm a giant bear. Nice little set going on there.
30 seconds to go.
Ursa as well. Tidehunter, yeah, Tidehunter basically just going to be a solo offlane. Templar Assassin, kind of a solo mid, and then the Earth Spirit, Lich, Luna combo. Pretty powerful combo, but after I'd say about just the first two waves, probably Lich and Luna will just stay there by themselves once they realize this is the dual lane, and then Earth Spirit might just rumble around, come in the mid, help mid, win there a couple of times. And in that case, you're going to want the Spirit Breaker or the Ogre Magi to come mid and help. Because if you basically have an unfair number of people mid, basically, between the Templar Assassin and the Invoker, it basically means Templar Assassin in general will win because she can dish out the damage, but she can't really stun. So Templar Assassin really preys on your mistakes, if you want, whereas Invoker is kind of one of those, just leave me alone in lane so that I can get farm and then eventually just crush it. So we've got the Ogre Magi coming up top here. He might just go straight up and just start harassing instantaneously. Yep, looks like he will. Now that's an extremely powerful ignite there, basically meaning that if Templar Assassin did not skill up for the side blades, she would basically have lost all her refraction charges and basically be forced out of lane. And because this guy, the Ogre Magi, is sitting here, now this is going to be a tricky little sort of engagement here. Templar Assassin wants to stay here and get lots of free experience, but there's a very good chance she might die, so she needs to bring Kurochan in here, bring the Earth Spirit in, just so that if they do dive her, they've got some form of stun or something like that. And now that the Ogre Magi sees him, is still not scared, and yeah, so Ogre Magi basically just spamming all his mana out. They can't engage him, and he's going to pop a Clarity, and then basically come back, and yeah, here we go. So the Earth Spirit coming in, just with a little stun, and basically this is going to be like a 2v2 mid for a while, actually. This is quite common on basically any type of competitive matches. The mids are basically extremely important because if the mids don't get a strong start, then basically your entire game plan kind of, well, it doesn't really fall apart, but you don't have the ability to go, oh, it's okay, our safe lane got ganked, but our mid is fine, or something like that. No, how did I miss First Blood? Oh, okay, well, Ursa, yeah, sorry, Ursa versus Tidehunter. Tidehunter probably just got a little bit too close, and Ursa got his slow off, plus the Warlock getting a nice slow off there. So the upheaval, pretty sneaky skill level there. If you get the oh, here we go, nice little stun on Focus. If you get upheaval, basically if you start channeling that and you channel it basically around here as the Tidehunter's like is an escape route, basically the longer you channel for, the longer it gets. So the longer Tidehunter doesn't start walking across and getting slowed immediately, and then get slowed by the Ursa, you basically die. And because most people would have thought, oh, the Ursa would have definitely gone for a W, and not going for the slow, basically the massive amount of slow, no matter how much you purge with your Kraken Shell, because it is laid on the ground, you can't actually purge the Warlock slow. You can purge the Ursa one, but not the Warlock one. So, nice play coming out there by the Warlock, basically living up our people. One of the seriously most broken spells ever for supporting. As far as anything else, it's kind of useless, you know, just slowing down your enemy. But it's all, I would hesitate to say it's almost as bad as Shadow Shaman, actually, just shackling you, because it lasts longer and it basically you can pre-channel it if you want. Alright, Templar Assassin just kind of get harassed here a bit more. I was really surprised I didn't see First Blood here. Should have been. So Invoker just basically able to free farm because the Templar Assassin doesn't have the range just yet to absolutely destroy the Invoker, and so it's a really, really nice sort of recognition there. And there we go. Damn it, another one. Okay, we're gonna watch that. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys, but we're gonna have to watch this, and I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. All right, so just getting a little shrine there. And then Ursa sitting up top here. Now, so Ursa doesn't actually get any points into overpower because he just doesn't see the point in it. He wants to save all his mana just for the slows.
Mine. What need have I for this?
Invoker getting a nice funny run there. So just basically, yeah, Invoker beating the Templar Assassin mid just thanks to the help of the Ogre Magi. And so in comes the Ogre Magi, forces it back, and Air Spirit's just sitting defensively. Oh, okay, Tidehunter, come on, man, you really shouldn't be that far forward. Okay, so they immediately recognize that, yeah, he should not be there. And then the Ursa just coming in for a nice little bit of slap happy. Nice little slow. Oh wow, yeah, it's just the movement speed, the straight up movement speed got debuffed with the Orb of Venom, and oh wow, so the Warlock barely had to use a Peevel. Kind of a waste there, but that's okay. That's just sort of bad play by the Tidehunter. They're unfortunately getting a bit too aggressive. As an offlaner, you do feel that need where you're just like, I need to get some farm, I need to be useful. So, well, yeah, unfortunately, it's being useless is better than feeding. Just ask any pub player, aren't they? Ha. Okay, so we just got the Lich pulling here, and the lane seems to be going pretty well for Luna. Let's check out the last hits of Knives. So Luna is top safe lane farmer, but Invoker is absolutely smashing everybody. Nice little Monkey King ward there for the Kuro-chan. So this is kind of the problem with their mid. It's not specifically the mid player itself. It's just the missing quite a few last hits there. That's actually not done too well. But probably hasn't been able to be in lane enough to sort of just get into the feel of things. It is early in the morning for these guys as well, so we've got to get them that. So the Luna definitely getting a decent amount of farm, but 24 last hits on the Invoker. If the team isn't careful, Invoker is just going to carry this game absolutely. Destroy. Okay, we've got a nice little gank here from Huge TFO. Basically, he's got haste, so his bash does a lot more damage than you'd think, so you better be careful there, bud. And TA just sort of coming in, going, yeah, I'm here. Don't kill my friend. Luna just slowly working her way towards treads. Now, it's just kind of looking like it's screaming towards the Dire is definitely going to win this because they're just sort of outplaying Anna. There we go, missing another kill because I'm standard. Get out of the way. And then to make a nice easy pick off here. Yep, so Kuro-chan unfortunately just dying. So this is unfortunately the problem. Because the Templar Assassin has no farm, she basically is just sitting on the same items, roughly, except for the bottle maybe. Bottle's awesome, but it doesn't actually help you fight. She's sitting on the bottle, except for... and maybe she's got a bottle which doesn't actually help you fight. And Yerstrid basically just trying to save her life there. Now, there's no dust on the team, but they know she's there. So they really... they should start sort of carrying dust. And a nice little stun there to just reveal her. Well played by Huge TFO to just sort of realize that. Hey, I can stun her and knock her out of this. Invoker just getting some nice, but yeah, Invoker is absolutely stomping, and so is Ursa. Both of these heroes have probably way more net worth than anyone else in the game. Yeah, so Ursa with the most net worth just because he got a couple of kills of Tidehunter. Invoker doing extremely well against the TA. TA normally would beat Invoker if it was just a 1v1 and they were left alone. However, the TA really didn't have any chance to, I guess, warm up, get her fingers warm, and actually just really get into there and get the last hits going, because she's doing much better now, but before she was essentially missing a lot of last hits and she wasn't able to get in there, and that just happens usually whenever you get completely, I would say, crushed in lane, because there's, oh, okay, looks like Ursa's going to be going on a tight under. If he has a Ravage, he might be fine, but he doesn't have a Ravage, and it might look like Ursa finally did it. He finally went too far. There's no mana. Oh, but you've got the sacrifice. You got the sacrifice, and then no, just a little bit too late. And he sacrificed the creep with too little health. If he had sacrificed a little bit earlier there and possibly done it, they maybe could have killed the Ursa. But the Ursa did turn around and get a well-deserved kill there. Tight under basically just sort of feeding in lane. Not a good start. for the pussy squad, essentially. ISIS definitely just sort of showing them, you know, we've been here a while, boys. We're not really scared. Just a bit of experience coming through there. Luna is still a strong pickup, but she doesn't have any farm, which is really unfortunate. The Templar Assassin and UGTFO are basically on the same scale, which is also really unfortunate for the Templar Assassin. UGTFO probably thinking that he's like the shit right now, just going, yeah man, got some mad farm. And we got 3 heroes top, just sort of in the sense of, this is kind of what I was meaning. Tidehunter should never need to do this, but Ursa is such a strong counterpick to a Tidehunter, so that in that scenario, generally, the way the Ursa is just being played is just really, really well. It's just outplaying the Tidehunter every time. And because Tidehunter doesn't have that kind of level advantage anymore, just because he's died several times and there's been some really good pulls going on, he's basically just getting absolutely stomped in lane. And looks like a UGTFO just charging in to maybe try and see if he can just get a quick, easy couple bashes off on the Luna. Luna's still not level 6. Kind of scary when she gets level 6, but until she gets level 6, she is very diveable, just because she only has a few skills that she can do. Now, I see she's also going for Moonglaive. Now, Moonglaive is one of those dangerous skills that you go for if you've got a Shadow Demon or something like that on your team, and you start maxing out early, but Moonglaive otherwise will just push the lane. She's also left her Ring of Aquila on, which will essentially result in the lane just being pushed out a ton. And so this is why the lane equilibrium is in a bad spot. And there's Ursa just getting another kill. Now, Tidehunter, yeah, it doesn't matter how much health you have, the Ursa can just burn it all down. He's one of those scary looking heroes. Yep. Okay, so Ursa is definitively carrying this game. Oh, nice ultimate there from the Luna, having to TP in. However, that is the key part there. The Luna had to TP in to pop her ult and everything like that, and now she's going to try and farm top lane, which is still really dangerous lane just because of the Ursa in there. So when you verse an Ursa, generally you have to learn to kite him. Now, kiting him is really hard with a melee hero. Oh, looks like a Swordbreaker is going to be charging in here, getting a nice kill off on the nice kill off on the ledge, and Tidehunter coming in, but you got nothing, man. You don't even have a Ravage. Holy shit. Okay, this is kind of really, really sad, because the Tidehunter you really, really want to have Ravage by now. He should have had Ravage a long time ago. Essentially, UGTFO and Ogre Magi level 5, both of them there, but they don't. Their level 6 is quite good. I mean, passive my skill there, and level 6 in UGTFO is good, but he doesn't need level 6 to be useful. Whereas Tidehunter, like, he just sits in lane until he gets level 6. I mean, you think of Tidehunter, the first thing you think of is Ravage. Oh, and it looks like they might finally get that great kill on the Evoker. Really nice silence and really nice stun there from the Earthspread. And yes, they will. Good. Well played, well played. Earthspread essentially coming in, kicking around, and just... He's one of those heroes that is essentially like that. He is the initiator of all initiation supports. Comes in, you kind of see him at the last second, and it is too late. In terms of reaction times, I very much doubt that... the Evoker could Quas Wex that fast, and then Ghost walked in. Now there's a Sentry Ward here. This is for the Dire side, so the Dire side recognizing that TA can be invisible. However, the Radiant side not recognizing that the Evoker could be invisible. So if the Evoker actually was fast enough, or sort of sense that, you know, hey, there might be a gank coming, I'll just toss Ghost Walk on the side there. If he'd done that and he'd Ghost Walk, that would have basically been, he sort of been able to walk away. Nothing they could have done. Oh crap! Does Ursa have a Blink Dagger? He does. Alright, the game has turned into a lot less fun for the Radiant team now. You've got a giant space cow and a giant bear running around killing you, and then some dude with a massive nose just sitting top farming. Not to mention a two-headed fruitcake coming along, making sure the bear hits you harder and faster. I am unfortunately going to have to say that this is at the point now where Dire is, they've hit their snowball, they've got their items, they've got a blink on the Ursa. UGTFO has basically got levels, which is all that he needs. TA has TP'd here, which is kind of dangerous. Honestly, TA could be easily smashed by the Ursa just because of his ultimate. But we see some others coming in. There's no mana on Tidehunter, so I don't know why he's coming down here. He's essentially just going to die. It's much better to actually... Oh, yeah, and see, this is what I'm meaning. And they just got a Sentry Ward. Like, now Ursa just pops his ult, and you can't kill him. And Ursa probably will just actually get out of there. Yep, so Ursa's going to get out of there. Luna, unfortunately, whiffs the ult. And the Ghost Trap. And Spirit Breaker is just going to charge out of there unless they got a stun, which is in the form of Luna. So if he... Okay, once Luna had wasted the stun, now he'll charge out. Or he should be safe to charge out, essentially. If he charges out and he gets stunned during the middle with Lunas, then he sort of stops, but otherwise he's fine. So Tidehunter coming down there with no mana. There's no point coming down. Ursa just getting a nice easy kill on the Urspirit there. If you actually get in front of the Urspirit, he doesn't have an escape. Or like sort of just little known pro tip essentially, if you will. If you chase an Urspirit, he will be able to escape, he will be able to roll out, if you will. If you blink in front of him, he's screwed. He has to roll out the other way, because when he rolls out, he'll just hit you and stop. So just got a lot of farm coming out there for the Dire side. Basically, the Ursa just stomping in a net worth. Definitely winning kind of his lane very, very easily. Having a lot of support from his gloaty little buddy there, Warlock. And the Invoker definitely having a lot of support there. So I've definitely got to give this early game up to the supports. Well played on both teams for supporting Urspirit specifically for us, sitting in the middle and preventing TA from actually dying. But I have to give it up for the Dire side supports, basically. Just doing a really, really good job at knowing when to go and when not to go. UGTFO also doing a really good job on the Spirit Breaker here. Just charging around, basically being a general nuisance. And that's what the job of the Urspirit is, but the Urspirit is kind of having to babysit the TA in mid just because of the fact that the Ogre Magi is a stronger pickup in terms of lane harass. Not in the sense that he can actually right click you, but he just stands there and you can't kill him, and he threatens a kill. Ursa and Warlock basically being a sick combo in lane, really. That's like the one. Ursa is basically one of the few heroes that can just, outlane a Tidehunter. Oh, and UGTFO being spotted out here with a double damage TA. This could be a good opportunity to change things around. However, Spirit Breaker just charging through, and there's all 5 of the Radiant team down here, so they really, really want to get a kill here. I mean, I seriously would just throw out the bloody Ravage, man, just so you can get that kill. Okay, not needing the Ravage, but the 5 heroes all chasing there, which is essentially meaning that the Radiant team is all 5 focused here. Which is just like Ursa, yeah, I'm gonna take the Roche, I don't need to worry about shit. And then Warlock being like, no one needs to be worried about anything because they're fully focused on UGTFO. So that could be, you could be calling it like feeding if you wanted to, but he wasn't feeding. He was essentially creating space there. That's the difference there. Ooh, and Ursa realizing that they're probably coming in to get me because I just took the Aegis. Really early Aegis on Ursa as well. A little bit of ward vision there might have helped prevent that. However, I think he did smoke in anyway, and he's got a Helm of Domino, which is just one of those items. Okay, so it looks like Kuro-chan actually getting a nice little easy gank, and Tidehunter not getting the ultimate off. And he still won't get the ultimate off, because Space Cow says no. And so this is the problem with Space Cow when he gets to level 7. Level 6, he actually has the ability to pretty much permanently stun you for a set duration of time. And if you've got a burst hero such as the Ursa who can purge through Kraken Shell, you're basically just going to die. Luna finding a nice kill here. Just going to pop her ultimate, get an easy peasy kill there. Really nice. Now Luna going to go for the, probably going to go for the Hurricane Pike. Oh, okay, Dragon Lance and then it's a Hurricane Pike. Might want to have gone for 4-star just for the safety ability. Hurricane Pike is an amazing item just on Luna, just because it gives you positioning. Any agility hero is really good on. And also gives you strength and all the necessary requirements. TA kind of going to go for a blink here. Ah, yeah, just looking up on the queued items there, going for a blink. Now, the reason why TA really wants to get a blink in this game is, well, she wanted to get a blink a lot earlier than this, but she will be getting a blink. Now, when she gets a blink, she'll be able to essentially start acting as the role as kind of how the Ursa's been doing for the last couple of minutes, which, better late than never, but still. she'll be able to blink in and hopefully blow up like the Warlock, maybe, and possibly the Invoker. Those are really the only two heroes that she could blow up straight off the bat. The rest of them are actually quite tanky and quite hard to kill, which is kind of, you know, props to the dire side for picking really tanky heroes, but also occasional burst heroes. The only problem I see with the lineup of the dire side is if they didn't get such a great advantage at the start, they probably would have been losing the mid game, and the Radiant team would have been winning the mid game with the TA, Earthspirit, Lich, and Tidehunter. Basically, just, you know, you fight them, you just lose if they've got a good farm, but they didn't, unfortunately, which has essentially led to the dire side just snowballing out of control and now just taking a massive advantage. We're just checking that word here. It's starting to scream up there.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
And I think that they're just going to keep pushing because they have the Aegis on the Ursa, and there's a nice Ravage there. It's a really nice Ravage. Unfortunately, it only hits like it only hits heroes that aren't really super important there. Nice Lich Ult coming out and it might kill the Ogre. Yeah, it kills the Warlock and kills the Warlock Golem. TA picking off the Warlock Golem. Ursa getting in the silence. Ursa just going to town on heroes. Nice stun there from the UGTFO, essentially just ensuring that there was to death on the Ursa there. However, if they don't have any sentries here, the TA can probably just hide. Now, TA can't hide forever
Who knows how many
because UGTFO knows her secret. Right, so nice play there by UGTFO. Only killing the Warlock and the Warlock Golem, really well done there from the Lich Ult, actually just getting a nice ult off there. And also the TA for picking that off. However, this is kind of the problem with it's like, hey, if you guys want to fight them in the open, you better at least be competing against them. So there is no blink on the Tidehunter. Tidehunter did get his Ravage off, but it only hit a few heroes, and it really hit the Ursa, who has the Aegis, and he doesn't really care if you stun him. It's just like, well, big whoop, I just come back to life, and I've still got my ult if you get too cocky. Whereas this stun really wanted to hit like the Invoker and the Warlock, and then you use your go on them. You got that 2 seconds where you just absolutely burst them down, and then the Invoker's gone. Unfortunately, if the Invoker positions himself better than the Tidehunter can get into range, then essentially you just negate that. A little hidden fact here, Ogre Magi maxing out Bloodlust, basically just going, you know, I'm full support here, I realize this. I am basically here to make sure that you guys do more damage, and they're doing a really good job of it too. I mean, the increased attack speed from Bloodlust is helping the Ursa so much, absolutely crushing it with the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker's got some sort of jaw thing going on here. Looks like they're just going to come and initiate with the Spirit Breaker combo, and Spirit Breaker just ensuring that you're not getting out of here. Ursa still has the Aegis, so they can't really kill him. Ursa just running away. Yeah, okay, so they're really going to start carrying dust on it. This is kind of getting to the point where it's like, yeah, you guys are ahead. Don't let them get any advantage here. Ursa can't. He could probably swap out the Orb of Venom for dust, but the supports probably want to be picking up dust. And look like they've got some Sentry Wards and Ogre Magi. However, they are getting, I would say, borderline slack with that, just because there is only one invisible hero on there, and one less hero is good. It's never a bad thing to have one less hero, and it costs a couple of $100 gold, but you'll make that up quite easily. Looks like the Aegis has just been reclaimed, so easiest way that Ursa to lose it, and Ursa better be damn careful. And he's still got his ultimate, so he should be okay. He's probably going to pop it pretty soon. Yeah, there you go, he pops it now. And a nice Lich Ult goes off. Unfortunately, Ursa doing the Delta split, that's a very good Ravage. This is kind of what they needed to do, just wait until they overextended. So the Courier goes down as well. Wow, 2,200 net worth, and then the Ogre Magi going to get killed. Nice pickoffs there. Basically a 3 for 0. The Radiant team really needed that. Basically, as soon as the Ursa overextended and started becoming useless, he had to be really careful, because when he overextends, he has to run back. That's essentially a form of kiting him, essentially, where you're like, you're running away from the opposite direction, there's no way you can get to me, so we're just going to attack you. And they just pummeled him down, forcing him to use his ult defensively rather than offensively, which is what he wanted to use. And then when he ran back, the Lich Ult basically ensured that you'll never come back into this game, and that forced the Warlock back. Not to mention, they waited until the Warlock ult was down, and they got the Invoker with the Ravage, which was the most important thing, because if Invoker gets Ravage, you can't do anything. You know, gets Ravage or Silence or anything like that. And in all honesty, the items on the Invoker are really nice. He's got a great deal of farm, but he doesn't have anything that sort of just tanks him or helps him prevent taking damage. So if he gets stunned, he's not paper, but he's cardboard, if you will. He can definitely get popped off really easily. Whereas someone like the Spirit Breaker is ridiculously hard to kill, so they're going to take a while to kill him. Luna just getting a little bit of farm here. Gonna go for the Manta style here. I would probably like to see maybe some movement speed boosts coming out from these heroes. Just the Windlace is actually insanely powerful on heroes who already have strong movement speed. So a Luna Windlace is essentially basically just gives you like, almost untouchable movement speed. I mean, I think the only hero that's faster than you is the Enchantress, but you can still basically outrun most of the enemies. And since they got mostly slows in there, and the slow base is percent based, it should generally help you out there quite a bit. Burst just probably going to be waiting to go for a Blink Dagger or something like that. Really nice initiation item. And I guess that the Dire team finally just sort of checking themselves before they're going to go ahead and wreck themselves. Just got to be a bit careful. If they'd continued on the path that they were, where they had essentially, where they were essentially just going, oh yeah, let's just keep pushing, and even though they didn't have the ages, there's a very good chance that they may have died. Sorry, they may have thrown the game, because they had a massive advantage. It was their game to throw. And it looks like the Warlock might get a nice... Oh, if Warlock had got a right click off there, they didn't know that the enemy team wasn't sitting behind Titan, and Titan is actually quite difficult to kill. Luna's just racking up some farm here, getting a nice Yasha to increase the ability to farm. Once Luna gets a Mana Style, she should be quite a sort of scary force. She needs a lot more items though, before she can start competing. But once she does get to that point, if it's even 6 slotted, depending on the items of course, but if Luna goes for like a black Embar and a Butterfly and manages to get those up before the Ursa can get a Monkey King Bar, basically the Luna will be untouchable thanks to the Black King Bar, and she'll be really hard to kill from the Ursa with the evasion. Looks like just Spirit Breaking is sitting in the Roche Pit. Really nice little trick here. One, he's alerting his team to whenever the Roshan spawns, and two, they can't see him charge out. They will see him once he's charging out, obviously, but if there's no ward directly outside the Roche Pit, they won't see anyone coming in. Luna just TPing in. Looks like they're just gonna... Oh. No, it looks like Devil's Advocate on the Ursa is just basically saying, like, look guys, I don't want to push until we got Roshan, because I nearly died last time. Black King Bar would be a really powerful item on the Ursa right now. Essentially, you're so far ahead, the only thing that's stopping you is stuns. The right click damage is pretty high on the TA, that's true, but... oh no, Ursa. Just a really bad blink there, and a nice save from the Warlock there, but the Lich Ult is just coming in and their Ravage was absolutely insane. And so a really good play coming out from the Dire team, from the Radiant team, which is from that little misplay, and just waiting for them to overextend. Now I think the Ursa buy back. Oh shit, Ursa did buy back and he definitely smashed him. Picking them off, but this is kind of what the thing is. Yeah, so Ursa definitely bought back, but the problem was he had to buy back. So just a small little misplay there, blinking to the low trees and just going, oh shit guys, and having that be saved then. So it still turns out that it was basically a 3-for-3 trade. Our buyback was definitely used on the Ursa. So a 3-for-3 trade roughly with a buyback on the Ursa. I give that definitively to the Radiant team. I mean, they lost the Luna and Timros, that's kind of shit. But they forced the buyback and they got the kills beforehand, so they would have got a lot more gold and experience for that. And this is kind of the problem. Ursa, you need to be careful. The entire team basically needs to be careful on the Dire side. They don't start throwing away their advantage that they've worked really hard and really well to get. And it looks like Ursa's going for a Desolator, so he's going more sort of, I wouldn't say glass cannon, but he's definitely going more for the damage side of things. Desolator is actually really good for pushing out towers, but once again, seriously dude, Black King Bar is absolutely insane against that hero pool, because when the Lich ults you just ignore it. The Earth Spirit cannot silence you, cannot do anything. I mean, when you're stuck in the trees there, Black King Bar would have saved your ass so hard. UGTFO just getting picked off here by the 3 heroes. Not the worst thing. UGTFO getting picked off is better than anyone else getting picked off, except for maybe the Ursa. I'm sorry, except for maybe the Warlock. So if the Warlock gets picked off, that's kind of bad. It looks like Ursa's just going to go for the Roshan here. Just nice, easy, take the Roshan. And it looks like Luna is extremely low, just limping around there, probably wanting to head back to base now, get a nice heal up going. With Ursa having the I think that the team really should start pushing again, doing what they do best, which is charge in with the the Spirit Breaker to one hero and blinking on another hero with the Ursa. Nice Desolator pickup coming here from Tempo Assassin. So the Radiant team is definitely bringing it back, if you will. The Dire team hasn't gone a Rax yet, so they got to be careful. And I do give it to the Radiant team if it goes later and they have equal amounts of farm, just because of the Radiant team's hero setup. Sort of being what we saw before with if you make one mistake, they will punish you for it, basically. That Ravage Lich combo plus the Lunar ult, that's scary as shit, man. With the Templar Assassin just beaming you down with massive damage there. Pretty scary. But the Warlock going for the Midas, realizing that this is probably going to go a bit later than he thought. And also Midas is just an insanely good item. And a nice Ravage combo coming in with the Earth Spirit. And yeah, this is, wow, just bye. Wombo combo, can you see it, right? Very well initiated from the pussy side there. I guess maybe they just woken up, they had their coffee and a couple of other things. Because now this is the problem. Luna's dead for some reason. She got picked off by the UGTFO, looks like, and somebody else. And so it's a really kind of... This is also the problem, all three of them getting hit. And here's where the team fight comes back in for the Dire side. It's a really strong initiation there from the Invoker. So okay, so both teams playing extremely well there. The Radiant team, unfortunately, only picking up 2 supports, but 2 of the strong supports, and picking off the picking off the Warlock, so that they don't really have the rock to drop, basically. But they forgot that the Invoker was still kicking around. So once they picked that off and got a nice pick off, it was like, oh yeah, awesome, we can push. But we need to push as a full 5. We need to all be there. We also need to be careful of the Invoker Tornado combo. So the Invoker just absolutely destroying that team just then. This is a problem. As well. He gets a decent amount of items and a decent amount of farm, and he can become like a 1v5 almost if he plays right. And now all of the Dire side are up, and it looks like the teams are basically just having a good time. So see the sort of the bumps and the blips there. That was a nice little bump there with the team fight, but unfortunately that's going to just go right back down with the Invoker coming in, getting a brilliant tornado rock. Unfortunately catching all the heroes and realizing that, hey, you know, all your ults are down. That's really it. You got no team fight right now. So they got to wait until their ults are back up. 10 seconds on the Lich ult, so it should be good. And the Esperate ult is already back up. Tidehunter 50 seconds and Luna 45 seconds. So here's the thing. If the Dire side overextend, like they do to you, Ursa basically goes in by himself, and they can get enough damage off on him, or like UGTFO goes in by himself, then they gotta be a little bit careful, but they're not. They're coming in with the Ursa, and everyone's coming in. This is how you gotta do it. Like, jump on the retard train, even if, you know, you don't think it's a good idea. Ursa getting a nice pick up there on the Tidehunter, chasing down UGTFO chasing him down. Kuro-chan finally popping the Aegis there, but the Lich and the Templar Assassin are down, which means no more team fight. Luna had to buy back for this, and so they're just gonna go for mid. They're just gonna say, you know, we're not gonna fight you, we're not gonna dive you. Let's play this safe, get the easy win here. Luna can't really fight either. She's got like 4 seconds to her ultimate. Tidehunter has got 8 seconds to his ultimate, and yeah, they're going to lose the racks before they can even get their ultimates off. Not to mention, even if they do get their ultimates off now, the team is still ready for it. Ursa still got his ultimate. Ogre Magi just doing shit, and Warlock's already popped the rock, so yeah, Ursa going in and basically forcing you to pop your ultimate. That's a really good play there by Ursa. I wouldn't sort of, you know, necessarily agree that your going that far was the best play, but definitely was an insanely good play because it forced the Lunar ultimate and also the Tidehunter ultimate out, which means that the rest of the team is fine. So essentially, Ursa basically taking one for the team here. Now, the problem is they need someone to focus on the racks, and who do they have? Oh, nice Ghost Walk there from Invoker, just dodging the kill. And, the Warlock Fatal Bond's just doing work here, but unfortunately, yeah, so the, nice save there from the Invoker, who might be able to get a nice kill on the Luna, and it's a dieback on the Luna, so that's basically the Luna out for a while and just won't be able to come back. UGTFO basically stunning and just hoping that it can run away. Unfortunately, he used his escape to get out, so he uses escape to stun the Templar Assassin, and the Templar Assassin isn't chasing it. However, we've got a Sunstrike coming out. Oh, Sunstrike, cool! Alright, unfortunately, Spirit Breaker sort of lives there. I guess maybe TA thought that he was going to charge out or something like that. Nicely, Spirit Breaker and Invoker surviving that. And the top racks for the Radiant's remains attack, but the melee rack, both set of racks in the middle lane have gone. Nice fight coming out there. Really good choice to pick up the BKB up on the UTFO. He can actually be stunned and just not be able to do anything anymore. Ursa's still going for that mass damage combo, and he's finally decided that BKB time has come. Now the problem I find with that is it's never too late to buy a BKB. BKBs are an amazing item. I should really buy them more in games. But when you get a BKB at this late in the game, and you've got this much damage, essentially you just kind of want to hope that they don't have a lot of physical damage, and TA has actually picked up a large amount of physical damage. There isn't much physical damage on the other side of the team. Maybe Luna's got a bit, but nothing super serious to write home about. So BKB actually is just going to